everyone and welcome to Weekly Imogen. Today I'm going to be doing another comparison video for you, this time about the difference between the Canon 50mm 1.8 and 1.4 lens. You might be able to see behind me that we're filming on this beautiful estate today. It's absolutely gorgeous. For any of you that follow me on Twitter, you'll know that I am absolutely obsessed with my favourite animal in the world, that is the llama or the alpaca, and we happen to have found some here. So I'm very excited. You've missed by seconds my emotional breakdown. I pulled it together and now I'm ready to get comparing these two. So physical appearance, as you might be able to see, the standard 1.8 is smaller than the 1.4. This one's lighter as well. It feels a bit more kind of plasticky. There is a price difference in them. The 1.8 50mm lens, excuse my hair flying everywhere, it's nice and windy in England now we've got to autumn. This costs £71 or around $115. The 1.4 costs about £250, around $400 roughly speaking, so there is a very significant price difference in these. We're seeing whether there is much difference in the quality of the photo when using the lenses. We will be showing you the photos that we'll be taking, talking you through some of the shoot. If you do want to see them in high definition, do pop over to Mark's Flickr. The link to that is always below and on the channel, and you'll be able to see them blown up and nice and high depth. Obviously with the 1.4 there'll be more of a big depth of field, the blur in the background, kind of more bokeh in there, so that will be an obvious difference, but we just want to see if there's any difference in the quality of the photograph when using the different lens. So we'd love to hear your comments on what you think, and let's get started. So we've come now to the first location where we're taking some photos. This is kind of horror film-esque for me. I've got the feeling of dread and panic running through my very bones. This here pond is the scene of what I'd say is quite an iconic photo for me, where I'm looking like I'm about to kill myself in a pond. I will put a link to that photo below if you haven't seen it. I think you can see the discomfort in my eyes. It was a shoot we did a while ago that resulted in me crying, and by crying I mean sobbing. I get very cold as a person, and standing in this lake, however beautiful it is, wasn't my finest hour. However, sitting here in a cardigan on the dry little decking is wonderful, and I can appreciate the beauty. So we've decided to take a few photos warm and dry in this same location. So what we've done is we've taken a few photos of me sitting here with both lenses, and also some photos of me playing with my hair. You'll see them in the photos, but I'll show you in a second how we did that. And what we've done is we've taken it with both the 1.8 and the 1.4 lens with the same settings, changing the settings and making sure we're doing the same ones with both lenses so we can have a true comparison, which you'll be able to see here and see what you think. We first did some very static, strong shots, just kind of sitting in place, and then we did some with me playing with my hair. So ones with me lifting my hair up, getting a bit of movement, kind of making it more dynamic in the shot, ones with me pushing my hair up, and so it kind of creates a slightly more sultry feel to it. It kind of has that kind of dynamic feel to the pictures. So for our final shot, we came to this nice little covered area on the estate to get a bit of shade into the pictures. We're playing around with the idea of darkness, my hair kind of sifting into the darkness behind, the dark dress sifting into the darkness. It's quite a nice effect, particularly as I've got such pale skin. It really allows that to pop and creates amazing contrast. So hopefully, fingers crossed, these photos have turned out really atmospheric and lovely. So we've finished our little shoot comparing the 1.8 and the 1.4 lens now. I think it's worth saying at this point, this is the first time that Mark and I have ever shot with a 1.4 lens. Mark did find the focusing a little more tricky with that lens. I don't know if that's something that any of you have used it have found as well, and it's maybe a quality of the lens, or perhaps just the lighting on a day like today. We have had to get the tripod out as well to really steady the camera and to get a good in-focus shot. We've never used this 1.4 lens before, as I said, so it is a real experiment, and it will be interesting to see how these photos come out. Obviously on a shoot you can have a look on the camera screen, but you never really know until you get it home and blow it up big whether they have really worked. So fingers crossed they do. Please do leave a comment below and let me know what you think of the pictures, which you think is better. We're really looking at the lens quality and if there is a difference at all between the two, and what you think has the better quality for taking portrait photographs. If you do want to see them, as I said, really blown up and in high definition, do hop on over to Mark's Flickr using the link below, and then you can view